As you may know, Florida Senator Marco Rubio gave the Republican reply to the president's State of the Union address last night. Apparently, Senator Rubio caused a big scandal during his speech.
In the short time that I've been here in Washington, nothing has frustrated me more than false choices like the one the president laid out tonight. The choice isn't just between big government or big business. What we need is an accountable, efficient, and effective government.
How could the man do that? How could he do it? Could this be the new Watergate?
Honestly, Mr. Rubio's speech will be remembered in part for the odd punctuation of the big reach for the water glass in the middle of it. That was just an odd bit of staging.
Did not like the water bottle.
Yeah.
Look, you just suck it up and just go with it and work through it.
The president did very well. Thrown off. You're not referring to. I'm not referring. You're not. I'm not the one.
About the swig of water that is being tweeted around the world, the former personal aide to Governor Romney when he ran for president, Garrett Jackson, is tweeting, "I would have had the water bottle closer."
Big story. NBC broke it. Should have had the water bottle closer. Joining us now from Washington, Kate Obenshain, Republican strategist, and Kirsten Powers, Democrat and Fox News analyst. All right, Powers. You know, this is so ridiculous. This is really the crux of the story. This is so foolish. But does it show desperation on the part of the left to actually highlight this? What does it show?
Well, I've maintained for a while that the media is run by a bunch of 14-year-olds, but I'm going to downgrade them to kindergartners because the fact that this is the thing that they think the whole speech was about. I mean, look, it was a staff mistake. The water should have been closer to him. He had a light. They've shown pictures of the studio. The light was like right on top of him. You know, he took a drink of water. It's really not that big of a deal.
But why are they making it, Powers? You know this world. You dine with these people, perhaps vacation with them in the past. Why are they making such a big deal out of it?
Because they're juvenile. They're completely juvenile.
So they're just immature? It's just immature.
They focus on, and it's a Republican. Look, if Barack Obama did this, it would probably be some, you know, some proof of how brilliant it is to sip water in the middle of a speech. But
or how natural he is.
Yes.
Or spontaneous.
Yes.
All right, Kate,
Exactly.
what do you think?
I am not quite as generous as Kirsten when it comes to the motives of the media. I think they very intentionally are trying to divert attention from what was, I think, a brilliant speech, a brilliant response in a very difficult situation to the president. But they don't want to be talking about any of the substance of it, so they're trying to distract. Look, I think Marco Rubio scares the left more than just about anybody out there other than maybe Ted Cruz. And so instead of talking about that really intense moment when Rubio was able to identify with the American people, say, look, I don't live next to millionaires. I live in the same working class neighborhood I grew up in. I just paid off over $100,000 in student loans a few months ago. That is the last thing that the leftists and the mainstream media want the American people to be talking about, so they pick out something stupid like a sip of water.
Now, I'm going to say a couple of things, and I hope people don't think I'm egocentric or narcissistic or anything like that.
Never.
But this goes,
oh my God, never.
This goes to our next segment with Howard Kurtz. When I had the debate with Bob Beckel, who you just saw, Fidel Beckel, we're going to rename him, we were talking about drones versus waterboarding and the hypocrisy apparently on the left as far as their analysis of both. Then I got turned around into a thing about me being unfair to NBC News because I didn't mention that they broke the memo story. Okay. So that, what Kate Obenshain just said, is an interesting, when there is a legitimate point that the left fears, they divert attention.
Right.
All right? And that's what happened in this case. Diverting attention from Rubio's speech into his water. Now, here's a memo to Mark Rubio. What you should have done, Senator, is just say, hey, I need a drink of water. Can I just take a sip of water for a moment? Excuse me. Smile, go down, and take the water. You've got, you know, he's got to learn that. That's what you learn. You always tell the folks when there's a TV lens right in your eye what you're doing and why you're doing it. Always. All right. But so what? He's a rookie. He's not, you know, an anchor on CNN. But I think that Kate's point that you evaded or didn't think of, Kirsten, one or the other, is legitimate, that they want to obfuscate, word of the day, what Rubio said by making a big deal out of this trivial water deal. And you said?
I feel like that. I feel like that's obvious. I mean,
No, but
that's not-
nothing
I
is
tried- I didn't even
obvious
know I
in this
needed to
world
state it.
anymore.
Look, no, I mean, I don't think it was a good response. I mean, I don't agree with a lot of what he said, frankly, but it was a good response.
Yeah,
he is
he was
very
articulate.
impressive. I would say to what Kate's saying, that the left's afraid of him. The left isn't smart enough to be afraid of him.
No, they are
You know,
afraid
they
of
don't,
him.
They are.
I don't think so. They should be, but I don't think that they are. I think that they think they can marginalize him the way that they did and make him go away.
Oh, they're going to try.
And they're going to
but
do
I
to
don't
him
think,
what
I
they-
disagree.
yeah.
I don't think they're stupid. I think they know that Rubio is a threat. Christie in Jersey, probably a threat, maybe Kasich in Ohio. And they're going to do what they did to Romney. They're going to do it often and early. They're going to make him into an idiot. And then the media is going to take the lead. The media is the stalking horse out there because they have the media now, bought and paid for. Kate, 30 seconds, and Kirsten, sum it up.
Not only, they had Stephanie Cutter, the advisor to the president last night, tweeting about him sweating. So it's marginalizing, but also I think it's going to go beyond. This is the beginning with Rubio. They're going to start trying to actually vilify him like they do with all Republicans who dare to disagree with the president. So it's going to get a lot deeper.
And that's the reason he needed the water, because he was sweating. Kirsten, you want to?
The human being.
That's it, Kristen. He's a human being. That's all. That's all you have to tell us.
I didn't say that. She did.
I did.
No,
He's a human being.
I'm just saying they marginalize all Republicans. They don't have to be a threat. They did it to Sarah Palin, and it's not because they thought she was a threat.
Oh yes, they did. That's when John McCain's number spiked when Sarah Palin was announced.
And I want to thank Kirsten Powers for not mentioning me, and I know she wanted to, in lowering the maturity age down to 5 years old, because I know
I thought it was obvious.
I know I'm part of that.